Combining abilities will probably be a big deal in Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. Like any team-based game, the abilities are what makes each character very unique, and since it's a team battle, then combining those abilities will be that much more important. My name is Globku, and today I thought we'd look over some of the confirmed abilities that will be present in the game Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. First up, Sasuke has a kunai with a string attached to it. First of all, thank you very much for your comments on the last video, because I totally missed this. At first I thought Sasuke was throwing a kunai to a wall and then just flying towards it, but no, there's actually a string. It's very hard to see, but you guys definitely noticed it and called me out on the comments. Shout out to Hawk Arts, which was the first person in the comments to point that out. And you guys, you know, this is what I love about this channel. It's a conversation. We're discovering more about this game together. So if you have anything you want to point out, anything that I missed, make sure to leave it in the comments below. So Sasuke actually does this in the anime. In his final fight against Naruto, he throws a kunai that interrupts a shadow clone jutsu and then pulls himself towards Naruto. But will this actually be an ability specific to Sasuke? I mean, that's not exactly what I would associate with Sasuke in the first place. There's a lot of signature moves we could attribute to Sasuke, himself throwing a kunai and pulling himself with a string, not really the first thing that comes to mind. This could actually be an ability that's shared between all the characters, or maybe just between the characters that are the same type as Sasuke, which has been confirmed now. Sasuke is a ranged type character. I called him wrong. I said Naruto and Kakashi would be melee offensive characters and Sakura would be a healing character. Those are confirmed, those are correct. But I missed Sasuke. I predicted that wrong. 3 out of 4. Let's focus on the positives. Anyway, the next ability is Pain's Almighty Push. In the trailer, we only see it for a couple of frames. We don't see the full animation, but that's why I think he's a defensive type character. The Almighty Push is one of the most powerful defensive abilities in the Naruto canon. And Pain being in the game, I mean, that's his signature move. That's obviously going to be there. So yeah, I think he's going to be a defensive character because of it. I think that will deflect projectiles, abilities. It maybe can even be used as an offensive ability if you're like comboing a character in melee range and then you use that ability, you just push him out of bounds or whatever. Next up, the Amaterasu. And I can't confirm if it's Itachi that is using the Amaterasu, but I have a very high suspicion that it is him. So in this clip right here, we see Sakura with a green aura, but she also has some black flames, and she's standing right next to a whole bunch more of black flames around her. So unless there's friendly fire in this game and Sasuke used the Amaterasu and hit the wrong target, then it's Itachi's ability. And the reason why I think it's Itachi's ability is because I don't think there will be friendly fire in this game, but that's a subject for an entirely different video. Next up, Sakura's healing jutsu. This one's pretty straightforward. It's an area of effect jutsu. So Sakura puts her hands together and she's casting the jutsu. She can still run around, but she probably can't do anything else while she's performing this. And why do we know it's an area of effect? As she runs closer to the screen and closer to Naruto, Naruto also gains this green aura. And while Sakura is stuck performing the jutsu, the other characters seem to be able to move and perform other jutsus at will. I'm curious to see if this is how all healing characters work, if they all just have the same healing jutsu, or if there will be different types. I'm rooting for different types. Next up, Naruto's summoning jutsu. Naruto summons a frog right in front of him, and the frog might be able to block incoming attacks for a short period of time, but that's not confirmed. I mean, there's a very big frog. If someone shoots a fireball, it will probably hit the frog and not Naruto. But maybe it will just go through the frog, we never know. After summoning the frog, it shoots out a water cannon at the enemy. So maybe this is a hybrid ability that protects you for a short time and then fires an attack at the same time. Or maybe it's just a ranged attack and the frog doesn't actually protect you from anything. Next up, Sakura punches the ground, and this seems to be another area of effect attack. Sakura punches the ground and everyone around her gets damaged and potentially even knocked back. And this is very interesting because despite Sakura being confirmed as a healing character, she also has offensive abilities. This shows that the characters aren't necessarily one-dimensional, and if you want to play as a healer, you can still have some offensive abilities. And next we have Sasuke's fireball, you know, the fireball with the crazy tracking that we talked about in the last video. Sasuke's fireball is a trademark ability. Every Uchiha clan member uses it all the time. It's no surprise that Sasuke can also do it. This seems to be a very straightforward ranged attack. Shoot it from the character and then travel in a straight line to the enemy. Unless it has the crazy tracking. In that case, it can go anywhere. Next, Kisame's Water Shark Bomb. Kisame's water shark ability might be similar to Naruto's summoning. As Kisame summons the shark surrounds him for a short period of time. Now, we don't actually know what the shark does next because the trailer cuts just there, but knowing this ability from the previous games and the anime, it will probably just shoot out straight towards an enemy. Now, while the shark is rotating around Kisame, does it protect him as well, or is it just there for effect and projectiles actually go through it? We don't know, but looking at the footage, I would say probably the shark would first protect him and then attack, just like Naruto's summoning jutsu. Next up, Kakashi's signature move, the Chidori, also known as Lightning Blade. We only see Kakashi activating it, so we actually don't know how the ability works. He could run and try to stab an opponent with it, or he could... I don't know, he probably would just run and stab an opponent with it. Next, Konan's Shikigami Dance. Another ability of which we only see the activation. And this ability could actually spread in a number of different ways. It could be slow-moving projectiles that cover a large portion of the map, or the projectiles could be a bit faster and not cover that much portion of the map. It could be any number of things. Once the paper leaves Konan, it could pretty much just do whatever. We'll have to wait and see what it does in this game. Next up, Sasuke's Lightning Kirin. Sasuke summons a big lightning from the sky, which leads me to believe it's his Kirin ability, even though we don't see the lightning dog coming down. Sasuke's ability seems to hit a specific point on the ground in front of Sasuke, but it actually covers a pretty big area. For a couple of frames, we can see two Akatsuki members right around where the lightning hits. And then the screen shakes a lot and it's hard to tell what happens to them, but the lightning seems to hit a large enough area that would hit both Akatsuki members. Next up, the Substitution Jutsu. I don't know who uses this, someone used the Substitution Jutsu and for a couple of frames we can see the log, which is the leftovers of the Substitution Jutsu. I don't believe this will be character specific, but if it is character specific, it will probably belong to Kakashi. In any case, when we see the log, we actually don't see any character around there. We don't see who Kisame was attacking, which means that unlike the previous games, the Storm games, once you use the Substitution Jutsu, you don't immediately appear behind your target. You go somewhere else. I don't know where else you go. I don't even know if you can control where you go after using the Substitution Jutsu. I just know that the character's not there anymore. It's gone. And finally, the last ability is Naruto's Rasengan. From the size of it, I'd say it's the Odama Rasengan, because it seems a little bit bigger than the regular one. And there's not much to say about it. Just like Kakashi's Chidori, you'll probably need to run up to a guy and hit him with it from melee range. And those are all the confirmed abilities, but we're not done yet. We have some bonus stuff, but it enters a little bit of speculation territory. I didn't want to call these confirmed abilities. So the trailer actually closes with the Ninetales, the Kurama Link. We don't even know if that's playable or not. A couple of days ago in the magazine, this page came out, and it had the one-tailed beast on it. The description said that this was a cooperative mission type, sort of like 4 players trying to take down a boss fight. And it could be the same with the Kurama. Maybe it's not an ability that you control, maybe it's just another boss fight in the same game mode. So far we don't know. I don't want to confirm that transformations are in the game or anything like that because there's not enough evidence out there. And we have another bonus, which is on a previous video, I pointed out that I think I'm seeing 2 Itachi characters on the same screen. And people in the comments have actually pointed out maybe that's an Itachi's clone. I didn't even consider that. I don't know why. Itachi does use a lot of clones in his fights, doesn't he? So yeah, it would make total sense that Itachi's clones are an ability from Itachi. But then again, we're not really sure what we're seeing here, so I don't want to come out and say that's a confirmed ability either. And also, how would you even control that clone? Do you just give him an AI and let him do whatever? That sounds like a bad idea. In a competitive game, you let the AI control your abilities? That's not great. Alright, those are some of the confirmed abilities for Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. And from this little information that we have already, can you guys see any potential combos, any combinations that will stun lock your enemy, or maybe some combinations that you would like to use when this game comes out? Let me know all about it in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and if you want to dive a little deeper into the roster speculation, we talk about it in this video right here. If you're in the mood for something else, click this video right here. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Glauku, and I'll see you guys next time. Boy!